The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Just ahead on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll preview tonight's matchup. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Well, good evening and happy Tuesday. We welcome you into the McPherson Roundhouse, where we bring you coverage of McPherson High School basketball on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpup boys take just a short break from the McPherson Invitational as it was moved around due to the inclement weather. And today they host a cross-divisional matchup but against the Wildcats of El Dorado High School. Thank you for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, adastraradio.com, the Ad Astra Radio mobile app, and for watching live on Ad Astra TV. With studio engineer Sherry Bruce and live stream coordinator Jeremy Snap, I'm Lane Gillespie. The basketball action you may be hearing in the background right now is the JV game. They still have 1:20 remaining, but then 20 minutes following that, it will be time for varsity boys basketball action as the Bullpups get ready to take on the Wildcats of El Dorado. McPherson lost their first 2 games of the McPherson Invitational, so they'll play for the 7th place game later this week. But, of course, this is a non-invitational game, and they're coming off of those 2 straight losses as they fell to Blue Valley by 30 points, 81-51 on Thursday last week, and then Friday morning fell to St. James Academy, 78-51. The Blue Valley loss saw them out-rebounded by a much taller bunch, and also they gave up 10 three-pointers. And then in the St. James Academy game, they gave up 14 three-pointers against the Thunder. So McPherson will play for 7th place against Lawrence Free State on Thursday. But today's a cross-divisional matchup and an originally scheduled contest against El Dorado. McPherson is 6-7 following those 2 losses on the season. El Dorado enters 3-9 on the year, but they are on a 1-game win streak after defeating Arc City in the second round game of the Blue Stem Classic, which was the consolation semifinal. They were scheduled to play for 5th place against Wichita Trinity Academy yesterday, but that was canceled. We don't know if there's going to be a rescheduled time for that yet, as I have not seen anything for that as of yet, but we'll see if that game will be played at the Blue Stem Classic for them later on in the season. But again, a regularly scheduled action today between McPherson and El Dorado. These 2 teams met last year at El Dorado High School, where McPherson won handily. McPherson en route to them winning the state championship, and El Dorado finished 4-17 last year. So already 75% of the wins they had a season ago as El Dorado have their wins against Arkansas City, as well as 2 league wins, a close win, or both of them close wins against Wellington and Clearwater. In fact, their largest margin of victory in a game this year is only by 3 points, and that was their win against Wellington back on the 13th of January. Their other 2 wins were by 2 points apiece. El Dorado enters averaging 46 points per game and giving up 61 points a contest. Following the 2 blowout losses, McPherson averages 54 points per game, and they give up 60 per contest. But it's been a little bit night and day for McPherson against 4A schools and then also against other classifications, with those 2 other classifications being 5A and 6A. When you look at the schedule, McPherson is 4-1 against 4A schools, allowing just 49 points per game and scoring about 61. But against 5A or 6A schools, they are 2-6 this year, averaging 50 points per game, but giving up around 67 per contest. And in contrast, last year against 4A schools, McPherson went 15-1, but against 5A and 6A schools were 5-3 last season, en route to them winning a state title. So, to some it could be, hey, they do better playing against teams their own size. But at the same time, head coach Kurt Kinnaman does not have that as an excuse. He wants his team to win and play their hearts out every single game this season. And this year they are 6-7 on the year, looking to turn it around and get back on a high note after falling in 2 games in a row, getting a win under their belt before their 7th place game, which will be played Thursday afternoon. When we return, we'll talk with Mark Heidebrecht to give you the series history between McPherson and El Dorado. A couple of Arc Valley foes, but in separate divisions, as McPherson's in Division 3 and El Dorado in Division 4. That's coming up next as part of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of McPherson High School basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
You're on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle, and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Calling all future Tigers. Central Christian College of Kansas is recruiting athletes in every sport who want more than just a roster spot. At Central, you'll find competitive athletics, tight-knit teams, supportive professors, and a campus community that feels like home. Ready to play with passion and purpose? Ready to be a part of something bigger? Learn more and connect with coaches now at ccctigers.com. Central Christian College. Be a Tiger.
At People's Bank and Trust, we value our customers. We know you have plenty of choices for your mortgage loans, but we think we have what you're looking for: relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. That's how we've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Welcome back into pregame coverage of McPherson High School boys basketball here on KMCP as they host the El Dorado Wildcats here tonight. It's now time to give you the series history between McPherson and El Dorado. Joining us now is our Bullpup historian, Mark Heidebrecht. Now, Mark, we kind of saw this a little bit last week with the girls series between McPherson and El Dorado. Pretty lopsided McPherson's way. I don't know what term it is to be even more lopsided, but it's here.
It is more lopsided. In fact, the overall record is 72-6. For you mental math people, that's 92.3% winning percentage. Series started back in 1941, and then there was a long gap between 41 and probably in the 70s. But anyway, the last game we played was on January 28th of last year in El Dorado for a 72-50 win. 78 games in this series, ranks 9th out of the 113 basketball opponents since 1937. So they're right up there with playing the most. Mm-hmm. Our home record against El Dorado is 36-2, away 35-4, and neutral court 1-0. Offensive averages: McPherson averages 67.6 points per game, El Dorado 47.1 points per game. Average winning margin: McPherson wins by an average of 22.6 points per game, El Dorado 8.2 points per game. McPherson has only a 1-game winning streak versus El Dorado by virtue of a recent loss, but that was pretty rare. Mm-hmm. Highest scores in the series: McPherson scored 97 points on February 6, 1996, Kurt's first year, in McPherson for a 97-71 win. El Dorado's highest score in the series, 74 points on January 6, 1998, in El Dorado for a 74-66 win. Highest winning margins in the series: McPherson won by 54 points on January 17, 1986, in McPherson by a score of 90-36. That was Steve Hansen's senior year. El Dorado's highest winning margin, 15 points on February 11th, 2022, by a score of 74-59. Coach Kinneman's record versus El Dorado is 38-3. Longest winning streaks in the series. McPherson, playing in McPherson, got that streak up to 18 games between the years 1982 and 1999. McPherson, playing at El Dorado, had a 16-game winning streak between the years 2001 and 2021. El Dorado, playing in McPherson, won in the year 2000 for a one-game winning streak, and likewise in El Dorado, one-game win in 2022. So prior to that rare loss on February 11th, 2022 in El Dorado, McPherson had strung out a 29-game winning streak dating back to 2001.
Wow.
So just shows you what one loss can do to a long streak.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they say streaks are made to be broken, but some are, some aren't.
Yeah.
But still, it's still a pretty dominant history,
Pretty
though,
dominant.
regardless of that rare
Yeah.
loss. So that's the series history between the McPherson and El Dorado boys. The Mid-America Classic is coming up this weekend, the girls' tournament at the Roundhouse. We'll see Mark once again there for the Mid-America Classic. Mark, see you then.
Okay.
We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of McPherson High School basketball on KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsborough. For every mile of life. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners, we take pride in helping our customers look good, and we're proud to be a part of downtown McPherson with drop-off and pickup services now at A5 Western. We can save you time with our laundry service and offer specialty services as well, including wedding dress cleaning and preservation, bedding, drapes, and blankets. Drop off and pick up from McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners at A5 Western in downtown McPherson.
Winter chores don't stop, and neither do you. With a new John Deere Gator utility vehicle from Prairie Land Partners, getting the job done is a whole lot more comfortable. A heated cab that seats 3, a redesigned customizable cargo box, plus 4-wheel drive with up to 4,000 pounds of towing, making a machine you'll want to climb into. Special financing offers are available. Stop by or learn more online at prairielandpartners.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Prairie Land Partners.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts, more celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family can have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. The McPherson Bullpup boys getting ready to take on the El Dorado Wildcats here today. McPherson enters 6-7 on the year, 4-1 in Division III of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League. El Dorado is 3-9 on the year, 2-3 in Division IV of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League. This is a non-divisional matchup, or I guess it's a cross-divisional matchup, you could say, as McPherson and El Dorado meet up for the first and only time this season. McPherson coming off of 2 straight losses, both in the McPherson Invitational, as they fell to Blue Valley by 30 on Thursday, 81-51, and then lost 78-51 against St. James Academy on Friday. El Dorado coming off of a win in what was the second round game in the Blue Stem Classic against Ark City, where they only won by 2. They were just able to escape Ark City at home in their home tournament. They were scheduled yesterday to play in the 5th place game against Wichita Trinity Academy, but El Dorado schools announced yesterday that because they were out of school that day, that the games that were scheduled yesterday were canceled. Don't know if it was postponed and will be played at a later date, or if they were canceled outright. Did not quite get a word on that, but we'll see if they do play against Wichita Trinity eventually down the line. McPherson, because of the postponements, they will play in the 7th place game of the McPherson Invitational Thursday afternoon at 1:30 against Lawrence Free State. They're going to do that just in time before the games to get ready, or before the Mid-America Classic games to get them ready for that, as they will start that off at 3 o'clock on Thursday. That being the girls' tournament, where McPherson girls will play Thursday at 7:45 against Andover Central. They'll play Friday at either 4:35 or 7:45, and then they close it off on Saturday. And there was a little bit of a change in the schedule once again for Saturday, obviously with the 7th place game being moved, as they were originally scheduled to be in conjunction with each other on Saturday. That got moved, of course, with McPherson's on Thursday because of a scheduling conflict with Lawrence Free State, because they will be at the 810 Varsity Showcase on Saturday in Lee Summit, Missouri. And then for the 5th place game between St. James Academy and Topeka Seaman, the two schools came together and decided they will just play that game at Topeka Seaman, because the two teams are already pretty close to each other, Seaman being from Topeka and St. James Academy from around the Kansas City area. So they decided that they will just play that game at Seaman High School at 12:30 on Saturday, so both teams don't have to make the long trek to McPherson. But the 3rd and 1st place games will still be played on Saturday here at the Roundhouse, as well as the final round of the Mid-America Classic games on Saturday. So 6 games being played on Saturday for the Mid-America Classic, 4 of them from the Mid-America Classic and 2 from the McPherson Invitational. So bear that in mind. We're still quite a ways out from tip-off of this game, so let's go ahead and break down both of these teams a little bit more. Again, McPherson is 6-7 on the year, coming off of 2 straight losses. They're looking to turn things around today. They average 54 points per game and give up 60 points per game, but against 4A schools, they give up 49 points per game. And all the 4A schools they played against have just been their league foes. While El Dorado, on the other hand, they are 3-9 on the year. They score 47 points per game, and they give up 61 points per contest in each game, or per game this season. El Dorado, not quite a tall lineup, but they are a very scrappy bunch, as their tallest player is 6'3". Meanwhile, McPherson has plenty of size in contrast, with one starter at 6'2", one at 6'3", and then, of course, the 6'4" freshman as well for McPherson. We'll break down the matchups and the rosters, or players to watch out for, when we return right after this. You're listening to coverage of McPherson High School basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
The Midway Motors Drive to the Game continues after this. Stream the Bullpups all season with live audio and video on the free Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Kansas legal team at Pyle Law handles cases in McPherson County and throughout the state of Kansas. Now is the time to call for your free consultation. This is Liz Pyle, and my husband Tom has over 25 years of experience in all matters relating to workers' compensation, car wrecks, and personal injury law. Tom takes the time to evaluate your options, inform you of your rights, and walks you through the complicated process of seeking compensation for your personal injuries or loss. Contact me at 620-241-9000, and I'll schedule your appointment with Tom today.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
On the basketball court, a good offense is the best defense. You can count on Farm Bureau agent Teresa Boken to be your family's point guard and defend you against whatever life throws your way. She's there to handle your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't wait for the worst to happen when it comes to your insurance. Talk to Farm Bureau agent Teresa Boken in Sterling today and see how she can protect what matters most.
Contact me, Teresa Boken in Sterling, at 620-278-2572.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agriculture Insurance Company.
If you're changing jobs or considering early retirement, you may be wondering what to do with your 401k. Before taking any action, make sure you know the rules, as mistakes can be costly. At Iron Horse Financial, we can show you how to avoid IRS penalties and full taxation, plus a little-known strategy to access funds early. For more info, go to 401krollovermistakes.com and download your free guide. You can also reach us at 620-765-6456.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the McPherson Roundhouse. We continue pregame coverage of McPherson High School basketball as they host the Wildcats of El Dorado High School. Tip-off still in quite a bit of time. We started a little bit, we started on time, but the game will start a little bit later than originally thought because the JV game ran a little bit long. So currently the timer says 7 minutes and 35 seconds left until the starting lineups will be announced here at McPherson High School for tonight's contest. McPherson enters on the year 6-7 and 4-1 in league play, but they won't resume league play for quite a bit of time, as they won't have another league game until, in fact, the final 5 games of the year, and that not until their winter homecoming, which is on the 13th of February. So that's their next league game for McPherson. For El Dorado, they resume league play on the same day, as they're in the league with Wichita Collegiate, Wellington, Rose Hill, Andale, and Clearwater. And currently in the league standings, El Dorado sees themselves at number 4 on the year with a 2-3 league record. The team in the top of Division 4 in the league is Wichita Collegiate. They are still unbeaten on the year, and in fact enter as the number 1 team in 3A. Now McPherson plays against them next Tuesday, so bear that in mind. McPherson goes up against Collegiate, and that will be a tough matchup for the Bullpups against Collegiate. Now McPherson did beat Collegiate last year, but that was without one of their best players, or probably their best player on that team, as he was out due to a season-ending injury that he unfortunately sustained very early in the season. But he is back, and boy, oh boy, has he done amazing so far to start off the year. So that is part of why Wichita Collegiate is the number 1 team in 3A and unbeaten on the year. One of just a few unbeaten teams left in the state of Kansas. And now in 4A, there are 2 unbeaten teams right now. Those are the state runners-up from last year, Rock Creek, and then also Atchison. Atchison and Rock Creek are both 13-0 on this season, and we're about halfway through the regular season as well. Then McPherson with their 2 losses. Now last week they were the number 10 team in 4A, ranked by the KBCA, and they popped out of the top 10 after those 2 losses in the McPherson Invitational against Blue Valley and St. James Academy. And don't forget, the 7th place game against Free State will be Thursday at 1:30, so they can get those done, or that game done, before the Mid-America Classic officially begins. And then their next home game won't be until February 10th on a Tuesday, and that will be their final non-league game of the season against Hayes. So the stretch after this week for both girls and boys does not get easy, because Free State on Thursday, and then for the girls, of course, the Mid-America Classic this week. Next Tuesday at Wichita Collegiate. Next Friday, the 6th, at Andale, and then at home against Hayes the Tuesday after, and then league play. We'll step aside. We'll be back in 60 seconds, and then when we return, we will break down today's game once more and give you starting lineups. This is Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
The Frigid Temps has Pools Plus set up at the Wichita Home Show January 30th through February 1st at Century 2. The first spa sale of the year, and you will not be disappointed with the savings. Financing now available. You could be sitting in a new hot tub for as low as $100 a month. Come see Pools Plus at the Home Show January 30th through February 1st. Same great deals in store. Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
Outdoor living doesn't start until you call us at Pools Plus.
If you're searching for assisted living for your loved one that offers personalized health programs, freedom from cooking, and a safe and secure environment, visit Sunflower Terrace by Bethany Village in Lynchburg, Kansas. Whether your loved one seeks full independence or needs a little assistance day to day, you should explore the affordable options at Sunflower Terrace in Lynchburg by Bethany Village. Experience the art of living.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Bullpup Band closing off the national anthem being played here at McPherson High School, and we welcome you back to the McPherson High School Roundhouse as the Bullpups get ready to take on the Wildcats of El Dorado. Dogs versus Cats today here at the Roundhouse. Let's take a look at some players. We didn't quite give you a chance to take a listen at some of the players to watch out for, and we do have a bit of a, I guess you could say, injury update. It probably won't be, but I'll talk about that as we pile law for our injury updates. Have you been injured at work or in a car wreck? Pile law takes the time to explain your options and give you the benefits that you deserve. I guess you can't really call this an injury, but a key player for McPherson, a starter, is out today, that being Ashton Malm. He is home sick. And I talked with assistant coach Gordon Peck before the game, and he said, it's got to be something pretty decently icky if he doesn't come out here to play, because Ashton's, he's one tough dude, but something's got to be bad if he's going to be out today. So he'll be out today, but as far as we know, he should be back on Thursday for the 7th place game against Lawrence Free State. But Ashton, if you're listening or watching, we wish you well. Hope you get well soon, and hope to see you back on this floor on Thursday as the Bullpups will take on the Firebirds of Free State High School. El Dorado, I mentioned earlier, they're not much of a tall team. Their tallest players are 6'3", but one of those 6'3" players, a junior, Will Lechtenberg, is actually the team's best scorer and rebounder on the team. He averages 11.6 rebounds per contest, and in fact, in their win against Wellington back on January 13th, he set a school record, not for total rebounds, but for defensive rebounds in a game. He had 15 on that game. Now, 15 was the total number of rebounds that he had in that game, and that's not even a season high for rebounds that he's had in a game this year. His season high is 17, but that was back in a loss against Cheney in the second game of the season, and he does have a couple of double-doubles this season. But also there's a key rebounder, Charlie Beggs, also 6'3", also a junior. He did have a season high 6 points, but he had 7 boards in that game, in that win for El Dorado against Park City last Friday. And again, the 5th place matchup, such as all the matchups in the final round for the Blue Stem Classic that El Dorado takes part in at home, the final day was canceled, according to the social media post by El Dorado Schools. Also, one other athlete to look out for, 5'9" Grady Scanlon. Now, he is going to be a baseball athlete at the next level. He is committed to play baseball at Butler Community College. For McPherson, again, no Ashton Malm today, which is going to be tough because he is the team's best free throw shooter at 75%, but he's also a scrappy defender, averaging about 2 steals a game. But they can still get it done offensively with leading scorer Jet Pyle, and then also a key guy in the low post, 6'4" freshman, Eli Reasoner. He scored at least 16 points in 7 straight games. He had 16 points on Friday in their loss to St. James Academy. So those are some guys to watch out for. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups. These are brought to you by Act 360 Insurance. For McPherson, they will be 6'3" senior Cade Strathman, 6'2" senior Jet Pyle, 6'3" senior Paxton Ingalls, 6' junior Cole Cooper, and 6'4" freshman Eli Reasoner. So again, for McPherson, that will be Strathman, Pyle, Ingalls, Cooper, and Reasoner. Again, no Ashton Malm today as he is home sick today. For El Dorado, their starting lineup is as follows, and we'll get this to you just about player by players. I couldn't quite get the starting lineups earlier, but we'll go ahead and give those to you right now. And those starters are 6'3" junior Will Lechtenberg, 6'3" junior Charlie Beggs, 6'1" senior Jackson Scheffler, 6' junior Peyton White, and 5'11" sophomore Nate Lucero. So again, for El Dorado, those starting lineups are Lechtenberg, Beggs, Scheffler, Lucero, and White. Starting lineups are brought to you by Act 360 Insurance. Act 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. McPherson is the home team. Of course, they are in their home unis. Now, the first time they've been in their home unis in about a week and a half, because the last time they were in their home unis was against Circle. They've been the represented road teams in the McPherson Invitational. So they're in their white jerseys, white shorts, red lettering and numbering on the front and back with a black outline spelling McPherson above the numbers. El Dorado's primary colors are red and black. They're in primary black jerseys with red trim, red lettering and numbering on the front and back, and a white outline spelling El Dorado in cursive above the numbers. McPherson enters 6-7 on the year on a 2-game losing streak, looking to turn that around, give themselves a little bit of momentum going into the 7th place game. El Dorado 3-9, looking to do something they haven't done since 1999, defeat McPherson in the Roundhouse. Now, they defeated McPherson back in 2022 in El Dorado. Before that win for El Dorado, McPherson had won 29 games in a row. Uniform combos earlier, by the way, brought to you by McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes. Reasoner for McPherson, Lechtenberg for El Dorado at midcourts. The official goes in, about to blow the whistle. There it is, a couple of dribbles, an extra toss of the tap. Won by McPherson. They'll go from right to left as we view the floor. The students in the Adam Sandler theme, so seeing quite a bit of Happy Gilmore out there. We're underway here at the Roundhouse. Pyle, right wing, catches, shoots, and hits a three-pointer. Good start for McPherson. Ashton Long gets us a fall from distance, and 20 seconds in, it's 3-0. El Dorado, their first possession on offense. They average 46 points a game, but Lechtenberg, the team's leading scorer, weaves through traffic and scores with the left hand. A two-pointer in the low post, and that makes it 3-2. McPherson has it. Cooper fakes, kicks into Eli, lost the handle. Fight for it, Cooper gets it. Far side, he retreats on the corner. Bounce pass, Reasoner high post, fakes, doubled, steps up, shoots, misses way too strong, but he got his own rebound. McPherson with the ball, shot clock did not reset because it did not hit rim, so it's at 10. Pyle, high pass to Strathman, down to 6. Strathman top of the circle, bounce pass Reasoner with 3, back to Strathman. He fires a 3, misses strong, rebound tipped and taken by El Dorado. A minute 10 in, it's 3-2 McPherson. Wildcats with the ball, they lose it. Eli with the steal off the feed or off the tip from Cooper. Reasoner, coast to coast Euro, gets bumped. He goes down and a foul called, and Eli's in a little bit of pain. I think he took one to the chest. He gets back up with a little bit of help. Actually, he's limping a little bit. Nate Lucero called for the foul, and Reasoner's going to come out. Dane Becker will come in as Reasoner gets checked out. Reasoner does have a brace on his left leg because of ACL surgery he had to get before his 8th grade year. And I wonder if that kind of got aggravated a little bit, but he'll head to the bench, and he won't go to the trainer in the tunnel. He'll just be on the bench. So Dane Becker comes in for him. Pyle far side gets bumped and a foul called on El Dorado again. And now Reasoner will go to the trainer. But foul called on White this time, Peyton White. Lucero got the first foul, so 2 team fouls already on El Dorado. 6:35 to go first quarter, 3-2 McPherson. They play it in, Becker, catch and shoot, floater is good. Becker floats it home with the left, and it's 5-2 McPherson. Becker now scored in his 8th straight game, albeit he only averages 2 points a game, but he's on the scoreboard. Inside, a spin and a travel called. A turnover will give it back to McPherson. El Dorado does average 19.5 turnovers per game. That's been their kryptonite this season. McPherson will try to take advantage. Right now it's 5-2 Bullpups. Cooper, far side, Pyle, catch and shoot, corner, pop, misses, but he got clobbered, and a foul will be called, and Jet Pyle will shoot 3 free throws. And that foul will be on Peyton White as he hit him near the midsection, accidentally, of course, just trying to block the shot, but White picks up his 2nd foul, and Jet Pyle is at the line for 3 free throws. Pyle is a 69% foul line shooter. And he's at the line not for 2, but for 3. Speaking of 3 team fouls on El Dorado. First one misses short. McPherson as a team averages or shoots 67% at the line. They go to the line an average of 14.5 times per game. 2nd free throw is a pure swish. And El Dorado will bring in Theron Mays, a 5'11 junior. And he comes in for Peyton White, who picked up the 2 fouls early. 6:11 to go first quarter. Can Jet Pyle put McPherson up by 5? Free throw is good. He goes 2 for 3 at the line, and it's 7-2 Bullpups. Only points are from Will Lechtenberg. He has it top of the key, thought about stepping into a triple, drives in, spins, floats, and scores off the window. Good defense for quite a bit of time from Strathman. Now here's a deep pass to Strathman. He gets bumped, floats it up, misses, but they call a foul on the floor, I should say. A blocking foul, but it is before the shot. So McPherson will play it in. But that foul on Will Lechtenberg, and already 4 team fouls on El Dorado. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus, and we're only 2 minutes in. Becker to throw it in, plays it into Ingles on the near side, backs down, now into the lane. Hook shot is good. Paxton Ingles gets it to drop his first points of the game. He was scoreless for quite a few games in a row, but now he's on the board, and it's 9-4 McPherson. 5:40 to go in the first. Beggs on the far side. Ingles picks him up. High pass into the corner. Open 3. Misses too strong. Rebound. Lechtenberg comes down. He spins and scores. Pyle wanted to travel. So did the McPherson students. Didn't get one. And Will Lechtenberg with all 6 of El Dorado's points. It's 9-6 McPherson. 5:20 to go first quarter. Near corner. Pyle with the ball. Turns the corner. Gets a screen. Bounce pass was ripped away by Lechtenberg. Then he got fouled. Will Lechtenberg has been all over it so far. Jet Pyle picks up the foul as first. And he's a scrappy dude. He's only 6'3", but the team leader in rebounds, averaging 6 a game. As Eli Reasoner will check back in. He'll come in for Ingles. And El Dorado with the ball. 5:10 to go first quarter. El Dorado down by 3. Not a clean catch for Mays, but he controls top of the key. Kicks near wing, Lechtenberg steps up, hop step. Tough shot, misses, but a foul called on McPherson on the shot. And Lechtenberg will shoot 2. If that's on Pyle, that may be on Pyle. If it is, that's his second. It's not, it's on Becker. But Will Lechtenberg, how about that start for him? Already has all 6 of El Dorado's points 3 minutes in. He's at the line for 2. His first one is a pure swish. So I guess you could say McPherson 9, Will Lechtenberg 7. Second free throw. Good as well. Make it 9-8. McPherson with the lead. 4:58 to go in the first. Bear in mind, McPherson now in the bonus as the next foul would put them there. Pyle almost lost it, and then it's stripped away and stolen by Scheffler. Becker on the other end, bumps into Scheffler, foul on the floor. But a foul on Becker, and that's his second, team's third. And Becker will have to come out. KJ Harrison will check in. El Dorado will also bring 2 new players in. Those being Jace Peffley and Grady Scanlon. 4:46 to go first quarter, 9-8. McPherson leads, but El Dorado a chance to take the lead. Near side, step back 3, short, rebounded by McPherson. Strathman with the board. That 3 was by Scheffler. Cooper near side, drives baseline, finds Reasoner. Fake, steps in, right-hand floater is pure. And Reasoner, who's had to sub out for a bit after getting hurt, gets his first points of the game. He averages 15.5 a contest. On the drive, a right-hand layup misses. Offensive rebound, stick follow is good. That time it's by Theron Mays. First bucket for El Dorado by anybody not named Will Lechtenberg. McPherson up by 1, 4:05 to go, first quarter. Cross-quarter feed, Strathman in and out on a 3. Rebound Harrison off the carom. Kick in Reasoner, fade, shoots well, short rebound El Dorado. Here comes Scanlon up the floor, far side, here's a 3. Way too strong, rebound McPherson. Cooper slowly up the floor, handoff Harrison. Harrison with a left-handed dribble, hands it off to Strathman. Stop and go move as they run a weave. Now Pyle, who has 5 points already for McPherson. Cooper near wing, top of the key. Reasoner walked. Wanted to go into the corner for somebody, but nobody was home, so he took an extra step, and that's a turnover. Paxton Ingles will now check back in, but he'll come in for Cade Strathman. Nate Lucero back in for El Dorado. 3:30 to go first quarter. It's 11-10 McPherson. Jace Peffley across the red painted midcourt stripe. Slowly, far side on the wing for Mays. Near side finds Lucero. Spin, steps up. Far side on the baseline, I should say. Peffley kick to the near wing. Plenty of time still for El Dorado. Now on the drive, Scanlon rejected into the second row by Eli Reasoner. Out of bounds back to El Dorado. That's 5'11", or rather 5'9", trying to get past 6'4". Chance of he's a freshman from the McPherson student section. 12 on the shot clock when El Dorado throws it in down by 1. 3:07 to go first quarter. Deep inbound, Peffley near midcourt. Shot clock down to 8. Peffley sees it, crosses, steps back, looks for a screen, doesn't get one. Double team, high pass, Lechtenberg. Lowers the shoulder, shoots, blocked by Ingles. Tip follow won't go. Rebound tip, Pyle has it. He's on the run. 2-on-2 break. Pyle, a lob. Reasoner will lay it in. What a feed by Pyle. It was a little bit of an awkward catch by Eli, but he made it work. McPherson up by 3. 2:40 to go in the first. Lechtenberg fake, steps up on Eli. Now swing back outside. Peffley inside, intercepted by Reasoner. Up ahead to Pyle. He's got 2 bullpups with him. Cooper back to Pyle. He lays it in and one. The ball movement. Pyle to Cooper, back to Pyle, and an and one opportunity for Jets. Grady Scanlon called for the foul, his first team's 5th. And 1 free throw coming up for Jet Pyle, as checking back in will be Charlie Beggs for El Dorado. He'll come in for Lechtenberg. Dane Becker will also check in for McPherson. Kate Strathman's at the scorer's table, but he's in for the shooter. Cole Cooper heads to the bench. 15-10 McPherson. Pyle a chance to make it 16-10. He went 2 for 3 in his first trip to the line. He just misses this one. It just crawled off the front rim. Rebounded by El Dorado. But 7 points for Pyle to start off. An up fake and a drive. Floater is good, and a foul. Floater by Theron Mays and an and one opportunity. Foul on Paxton Ingles. Team's 4th, Paxton's 1st. And now Strathman will come in for Pyle, and an and one opportunity for Theron Mays. He averages 4.5 points a game. He's already at 4 with 2:16 to go first quarter. Chance to cut it back to within 2. Free throw on its way. He misses. Rebound fought for between Reasoner and a Wildcat, but Reasoner won the battle. Harrison takes it up the floor. 15-12 El Dorado. 2:05 to go first quarter. Harrison with a crossover, finds Ingles far side, into the corner for Strathman, back to Ingles. Swing near side, Becker to Harrison. Kick in Reasoner, deflected, but he grabs it, doubled up. Reasoner fades in, defender falls down, layup misses, ball tipped. We have a foul on El Dorado. Is it on the shot? Because I did not hear the whistle at first. Theron Mays is called for the foul, and it doesn't matter because it is 2 free throws for Eli Reasoner because McPherson's in the bonus. So shooting or not, he shoots 2. First trip to the line today for Eli, a 63% free throw shooter. Swishes home the first. And 5 points so far for the freshman big man for McPherson, who's kind of had to be thrown into the fire because, you know, the lack of size with everyone else, but he's also been raved about by this coaching staff. Second free throw missed, offensive rebound Ingles. McPherson keeps inside Reasoner. He's held up and will have a tie up as holding him up was Theron Mays, and the arrow will give it back to El Dorado. .144 to go first quarter. 16-12 McPherson. El Dorado with the ball. Peffley up the floor, waist-high dribble. Waves away someone as he goes near to the near wing. Lucero steps into a long 2. Short offensive rebound, though, but it's tipped away and stolen by Strathman. 2-on-2. Pass behind Becker, but he deflects and tracks it down. Becker bounce pass. Ingles deflects it. Now far corner. Extra pass. Harrison fakes, steps back from the free throw line. Now give in to the high post to Reasoner. Now they'll run a play with Becker. 1:10 to go first quarter. McPherson up 16-12. Harrison Crosses top of the circle, gets a screen, drives, tried to kick it in. He gets it off the tip, and Riesener lays it in with the right hand. Not the best pass in the world, but it works out. Credit Harrison with the assist. It's 18-12 McPherson, 7 points for Eli Riesener. Near side for El Dorado. Theron Maves waves away one of his teammates as he's guarded by Harrison, and then Harrison is called for bumping into him. That is the 5th team foul, which puts El Dorado in the bonus. So 2 free throws for Theron Maves. He was 0 for 1 on his first trip. Jet Pyle, Cole Cooper are at the scores table. Again, no Ashton Malm today for McPherson, out sick. Hoping to have him back on Thursday. First free throw misses strong for Theron Maves. Pyle and Cooper come in for Harrison and Becker. 42.5 seconds to go first quarter. McPherson leads 18-12. Second free throw for Mays is good. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Jackson Scheffler returns for El Dorado. He'll check in for Mays. So the 2 clocks separated by 7.5 seconds in this first quarter. Cooper up the floor on the far sideline. Stops on a dime, looks for help. Riesener tried to throw it top of the key to Pyle, but it's tipped and stolen. On the drive, a kick into Scanlon was tipped, and Ingles tracks it down to get the steal. Here comes Pyle, 2-on-1. Riesener, hop steps, lefty layup is good. 9 first quarter points for the freshman. McPherson up by 7, 14 seconds to go first quarter. Shot clock is dark. Step back top of the key, Lucero swings far side from the corner, a hop step with 6. Far side, Lucero, open 3, misses short. He tries to get it back, though it's tipped. He did get it back, and he got fouled going up with 0.7 to go in the first quarter. And Nate Lucero a chance to shoot 2 to bring it to within 5 to end the first quarter. Foul on Cole Cooper, his first. Lucero at the line for 2. Now only 2 different scorers for El Dorado so far. Can Lucero be the third? First free throw, good. KJ Harrison back in. He'll check in for Cole Cooper. One more for Lucero. On its way is good. Pretty much a catch and shoot for McPherson if they play it in. Pyle chucks it up from 3-quarter court. That's off the mark. And the first quarter is over. It's 20-15 McPherson through 1 quarter of play. Offense went pretty well in that first quarter, but Coach Kinnaman would likely have more to be desired for defense in the first quarter, as it's a 5-point game. Second quarter coming up after this. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Hi, I'm Josh French, owner of Tallgrass Turf Solutions in McPherson. We provide expert turf management, offering fertilizations, aerations, and pest control. And we are dedicated to quality workmanship and exceptional customer service. If you want to ensure your lawn receives the utmost care, trust our experienced professionals at Tallgrass Turf Solutions. Find us online at tallgrassturfsolutions.com. Tallgrass Turf Solutions in McPherson. We build gorgeous, self-sustaining lawns.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
1 quarter in the books here at the Roundhouse. McPherson with a narrow lead over El Dorado, 20-15 through 8 minutes of play. Coverage of McPherson High School basketball presented by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. The latest phones and devices at the best prices. Also like to thank Ag 360 Insurance with Darren Eddy and Cody Moores. RC Heating and Cooling, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Edward Jones, McPherson. McPherson with the ball to start off quarter number 2, going from right to left. KJ Harrison, Jet Pyle, Paxton Ingles, Cade Strathman, Eli Riesener. 5 on the floor to start off quarter number 2. Strathman, tip pass, but far side it finds Pyle. Pyle with a crossover move, gets a screen, drives, lefty dipsy-doo, goes home off the window. Around the world it went, and he got it to go with the left hand. He's got 9 points. On the other end, Lucero steps back now top of the key, a fake by Scheffler. 22-15 McPherson, 7.5 minutes to go first half. Lechtenberg fakes, spins, layup is good. Boy, did Will Lechtenberg come to play. He's got 10 points. 22-17 Bullpups. Ingles top of the circle, steps up, leans in, fades, shoots, crawls off, rebound El Dorado. Beggs got the board, and the Wildcats look to cut it to a one-possession game. Lechtenberg steps into a three, misses wide right, rebound McPherson. Harrison the board, he wants to push. Harrison, hop steps, drives, lost it, and saved. Nope, it's out of bounds off of El Dorado. McPherson will get it back as El Dorado will bring Daniel Bolin in for the first time. In that first quarter, in the stats provided by McPherson Optimist Club, McPherson shot 8 of 12, El Dorado 5 of 13, but El Dorado now a lob off the inbound. Fake lefty layup, crawls in for Eli. McPherson won the rebound battle, but only by one rebound, 8-7, but Riesener gets that to go. He's got 11 points. Lucero for three. He hit it. First three of the game for El Dorado comes from Nate Lucero, and it's a 4-point game, 24-20 McPherson. Pyle turns the corner, drives baseline into Riesener. He dunks it home with the right hand. His 6th basket of the game. 26-20 McPherson, and Riesener has half of McPherson's points. Crossover, drive, held up. Scheffler steps up. The reverse layup is good. Jackson Scheffler with his first points. That was a tough shot, but he got it to fall in. 26-22 the score. We got a shootout here at the Roundhouse. 6 minutes to go first half. Crossover, Pyle, drives in, kick it to the corner. Harrison for three. Misses too strong. Riesener, the offensive rebound. He goes up strong, scores and one. How about the freshman big fella, the offensive board and the putback? He's got 15 points already and an and one opportunity. Jace Peffley called for the foul, his first, team's first. Dane Becker and Cole Cooper check back in for McPherson. 5:47 to go in the first half. Eli Riesener at the line for one. He's got 15 points. Can he make it 16? Rolls in. Every part of the rim it hits, and then it fell in. 29-22 McPherson. 5:45 left first half. They'll have a whistle and a timeout called by El Dorado. 5:43 to go first half. We'll take one with them. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. Bullpups up by 7. This is Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Get back to doing what you love with Advanced Physical Therapy in McPherson. Whether you're recovering from injury, surgery, or just want to move with less pain, their expert team is here to help. Call or stop by Advanced Physical Therapy in McPherson today.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed or embroidered? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Company in Hutch. Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, we've got you covered. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse. McPherson 29, El Dorado 22. El Dorado took their first time out of the game. Eli Riesener on a tear with 16 points with 5:43 to go in the first half. Jet Pyle not far behind him with 9 points. Coverage of Bullpup basketball is brought to you in part by Art Shirt Gear for Sport, McPherson Booster Club, Farmers Alliance, Next Tech Wireless, McPherson College, Idea Tech, Prairie Hills Financial with Glenn Snell, Pleasant View Home, McPherson Car Connection, The Boiler House, People's Bank and Trust, and Erickson Custom Building. El Dorado with the ball in the front court as they called timeout 4 seconds into the possession. They'll throw it into the backcourt. Jackson Scheffler with the ball, the 6'1 senior. Bounce pass to Lechtenberg, who's been the team leader in scoring. He's got 10. High pass into the corner. A double comes in the corner to Mays, so he escapes. Now near side, Lechtenberg fires an open three, and he misses. Rebound McPherson. Riesener with a rebound. Up the floor, far side into the corner for Strathman. He's held up. Needs help, finds it. Cooper into Riesener, fires free throw line jumper, misses strong. Rebound by El Dorado. Becker tried to get a hand in, but could not. Wildcats push the other direction. Lucero, bounce pass, top of the key, Lechtenberg. Not a clean pass, so he had to retreat. Near side, catch and shoot three, misses strong. Rebound McPherson, Strathman with the board. That three was by Mays, and McPherson with the ball. 4:50 to go first half. McPherson up 29-22. Cooper, far side to the corner for Strathman. A little bit of an audio issue from the PA. Bounce pass, Riesener turns at the elbow. Now top of the key, Pyle fakes, steps up, stop and go. Needs help into the corner, Strathman back to Pyle. He wants a three. Short, rebound El Dorado. Bounce pass inside, a spin, a hop, a layup, won't count, a travel called on Daniel Bolin. And McPherson wants a timeout now, a 30-second timeout called by Coach Kinnaman. 4:21 to go first half. It is 29-22 McPherson. Be a part of the tradition at the Roundhouse. The McPherson Booster Club presents the Mid-America Classic, January 29th through the 31st, and the conclusion of the McPherson Invitational, the 29th and the 31st. Daily admission is $10. We did have some questions by some people on how Saturday would work when it comes to the price of admission and coming in and the passes that would work, because both the McPherson Invitational and Mid-America Classic will be held on Saturday. The price of admission is the same, $10 for adults, $6 for K through 12, and 3-day passes for both the McPherson Invitational and the Mid-America Classic will be accepted on Saturday. So for those that had that question on if you have a pass on if that would work, any of them do work. McPherson with the ball out of the timeout. 4:15 to go first half, up by 7. Cooper stops on a dime, far wing. Bounce past Strathman. Far side, Pyle open for a three. Short, long rebound goes to El Dorado. Scheffler across midcourt. Lechtenberg on the left wing, guarded by Riesener. Couple of moves, now gets a screen, fakes from the elbow, now just pulls up and it rolls home somehow. And Will Lechtenberg has 12 points. It's 29-24, McPherson. Pyle drives into the corner for Becker. Not a clean catch, but Becker drives baseline, held up under the basket. Riesener floats, misses short. Rebound, El Dorado, and an over-the-back foul is called on Riesener. His first, team's first of the second quarter, and Paxton Ingles will check back in. He'll come in for Eli. El Dorado will also bring Grady Scanlon back in and Charlie Beggs. While we have a pause in the action, coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you in part by Midway Motors, Prairie Land Partners, American Family Insurance with Steve Barr and Jar Performance Automotive. 3:36 to go first half. El Dorado with the ball down by 5. Scheffler bounce pass to Lechtenberg at the near elbow. Goes to the far side. Fakes on Strathman. Leans in. Tough shot. Way too strong. Rebounded by Strathman. Cole Cooper, far sideline, takes it up. Stop and go. Drives baseline. Kick. Ingles fakes. Steps up. Lefty layup. Misses short. Ball tap back. Strathman tracks it down. Strathman drives, fades, shoots. What do we have here? A stoppage in play that takes away a potential shot by Strathman. And their whistle, I think the whistle was about the shot clock, which did reset. So that took away a missed jumper that would have been rebounded by El Dorado. And because of that, the whistle was blown before the jumper. It's McPherson's ball. And they are going to take the shot clock down to 30, they say. Are they saying it just reset late? I think they're saying it reset late. No, they did not. Now, the PA announcer said foul on Cooper. It was not a foul on Cooper. They were setting the shot clock to 30. So now McPherson will have the ball and they'll get underway. They'll play it into Ingles on the near side or on the far side. Now near side Strathman to Pyle. Pyle drives. Tough baseline floater, way too short. Rebounded by El Dorado. And we have a travel called on El Dorado on Beggs in transition. Coach Kinnaman wanting a foul on that drive by Pyle. But McPherson gets it back either way. 2:55 to go first half. McPherson with the ball up 29-24. over El Dorado. Cooper right wing. Kicks in. Ingles did not catch it cleanly. Otherwise, he would have had an open layup. And Ingles turned it over out of bounds and back to El Dorado. And Reasoner will check in for Ingles, who is very frustrated with himself. I think he looked up at the basket rather than looking at the ball when trying to make the catch. So McPherson up by 5 now on defense. Peffley, a reach-in foul called on Cooper, so now a second foul called on Cole. His second, team second. And KJ Harrison will check in for Cole Cooper. 2:35 to go first half. El Dorado with the ball as Grady Scanlon will throw it in. Bounce pass Lechtenberg, handoff Peffley on the drive. Right-hand hook shot misses too strong, rebounded by Pyle. Deep pass Harrison, tried to kick it in, but it's deflected out of bounds. It will be McPherson's ball. Shot clock at 31. Crew Buckman will now head to the scores table. He'll check in for Harrison. .226 left in the first half. Strathman to throw it in. Scans the floor, fakes one way, finds Pyle in the corner. Pyle guarded by Baggs, turns the corner. Now on the baseline, goes inside, reverse layup, misses, but he got fouled, and Jet Pyle will shoot 2. He's 2 for 4 at the line today. Will try to redeem himself with 2 free throws. Jace Peffley called for his second, team second of the second quarter. Both teams were in the bonus in the first quarter, actually at around this time in the first quarter, but now both teams with 2 fouls apiece in the second frame. Pyle hits the first free throw. 10 points for Jet Pyle, making it the 13th time this year he's scored in double figures. And this is game number 14. Second foul shot, swish. And Jet Pyle does go 2 for 2. McPherson up by 7, 31-24, 2:15 to go first half. Far side Cameron Smith checks in. He has it far side. Top of the key, Scheffler. Steps up on Harrison. Scheffler stops, high pass, Lechtenberg, baseline, layup, too strong. Rebound tapped out of bounds off El Dorado. It will go to McPherson. Paxton Ingles back in. He'll check in for Crew Buckman with 2:01 to go in the first half. Now full court pressure shown by El Dorado. Strathman will play it into Pyle near the baseline. He's got to save it as he was off balance, but he did to Strathman. Now Pyle will take it up the floor. Left-handed wayside dribble, now drives right side, steps back, fades, shoots, and scores. 16-footer from the right elbow. McPherson up by 9. Ball on the deck, far side. Finds Beggs in the corner. Picks up the dribble. On the drive, Scanlon cuts, lays it up, and misses. Short rebound, McPherson. Reasoner looks to go coast to coast. Bounce pass, Harrison. Far side, Strathman, and they'll slow it down. Harrison, far side, gets bumped, and a foul called. Foul will be on Scheffler, his first, team's third. Nate Lucero will return for El Dorado. He'll come in for Will Lechtenberg. McPherson to play it in. 1:20 to go in the second. 33-24, McPherson leads. Pyle gets a screen from Reasoner. Steps back on the near wing. Top of the key, Harrison fakes, drives, stops, far elbow. Picks up the dribble, now far side, high post, Reasoner. Backs down, steps up, floats, crawls off. Rebound, El Dorado. Pyle wanted to travel, didn't get it. Here comes El Dorado. Lucero up the floor, top of the key to Baggs. Far side, Scheffler. Scheffler drives, layup, hits the bottom of the backboard, but it's a foul called, and Scheffler will shoot 2. 51.1 to go second quarter. Foul called on Jet Pyle. That's his second. Team's third of the second quarter. And Scheffler at the line for 2. This is his first trip there today. First free throw is good. This is an El Dorado team that shoots 56% at the line. They are 6 for 8 today. Make it 6 for 9. Second free throw missed. Rebounded by Reasoner for McPherson. 33-25 to score. McPherson with the ball. 45 seconds left in the first stanza. Stanza meaning half in this scenario. Near side, Reasoner, near elbow, picks up the dribble. Top of the key to Pyle. 2 clock separated by about 15 seconds. Pyle drives baseline, knocked away, but a foul called on the shot or on the floor. It is on the shot. He will shoot 2. Foul called on Grady Scanlon, his second, team's 4th. And Jet back at the stripe. 13 points for Pyle. Now the 2 officials will come together to see is it a shooting foul or on the floor. The one who blew the whistle was the one that signaled shooting foul. And indeed it will stand. Jet will shoot. 4 for 6 at the line today. First free throw, front rim, backboard and in. I don't know if the same goes here, but when I was growing up and I played basketball, which was not often, when shooting free throws, I was taught aim for the top of the front rim, because sometimes you can kind of overcorrect yourself when you shoot, but then, sometimes it works out to where you aim right for the top of the front rim, and then it works out. Second free throw goes in for Pyle, so he's made his last 4. Crew Buckman will check in for Jet Pyle. Coach Kinnaman wants to make sure that Pyle does not pick up his 3rd foul before halftime. 31.3 to go first half. Shot clock turned off. El Dorado with the ball will try to maybe hold for the last shot. The possession arrow is in their favor, so if there's no jump ball, it will be El Dorado's ball to start the 3rd quarter. Beggs, left side to Scheffler. 16 to go in the quarter. Crossover, step back for Scheffler. He picks it back up, though. Top of the key, Lechtenberg. 10 to go, underhand pass. Hop step, Beggs, fakes, leans in, shoots, misses, but he's fouled. Coach Kinnaman begging for a travel first, but a foul on Cade Strathman, his first. And 2 free throws coming up for Charlie Beggs. His first trip to the line today. 5.3 to go first half. First free throw misses. Front rim and then the left rim, and it falls off. Now Pyle will check in for Buckman since McPherson likely will be on offense for the final 5 seconds. And Coach Kinnaman wants possibly to see if Pyle can get a good shot off to end the first half. Second free throw is good. 5.3 to go in the first half. They played into Pyle with 4. Up ahead, Harrison just chucks up a 3, way off, ball tipped, and that will end the first half. Boy, did Harrison have quite a bit of time to shoot, but he shot a little bit too early. But it is halftime. McPherson up 5 at the end of 1, now up 9 at halftime. 35-26, the halftime score. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is next. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Halftime Report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For 1 dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
Even though I've moved out of state, I can still bank locally with Farmer State Bank using my online services. I use all of the electronic options Farmer State Bank offers without ever even visiting the lobby. Member FDIC.
Make the most of every moment with a latte from your locally owned Scooters Coffee. Smooth, silky, and full of depth. Scooters Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, Salina, and Abilene.
This is Lynn Gillespie with your Ad Astra Radio halftime report. College basketball was in action yesterday. The KCAC with some rescheduled games from this past weekend. Bethany College was in action last night as they took on St. Mary. Their women's team defeated St. Mary in a close matchup, 81-77, but the men fell 86-61 at home. Tabor College was down in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, taking on Oklahoma Wesleyan, and that would result in a couple of very close losses. The Lady Blue Jays fell in a heartbreaker to Oakwoo, 59-56, while the men held close to the number 4 team in the country, but fell just short, 78-76. And believe it or not, despite it being late January for local KCAC teams, baseball season has officially begun. The McPherson College Bulldogs were in Florida for the first part of their season, but they start off the season 0-4, being swept in 3 games by St. Thomas University over the weekend, and then on Monday falling to Kaiser 16-4. Bethany College was in action last Thursday to start off their season on the road against Southwestern Christian, but they are 0-2 to start off the year. They'll be on the road for quite a bit of time. Their home opener is scheduled for Sunday, February 8th against Heston College. Well, just 2 weeks ago, KU men's basketball was unranked following a couple of tough Big 12 losses, but now that they are on a 4-game win streak, including defeating K-State in the Sunflower Showdown, they have moved up to number 14 in the country. Last week, they were the number 19 team in the AP Top 25 poll. They play against BYU on Saturday, who is number 13 in the country, but BYU is coming off of a close home loss from last night against number 1 Arizona, losing just 86-83 despite a come-from-behind effort. Speaking of Arizona, they are still the unanimous number 1 team in the country in the AP Top 25 poll, as they are now 21-0 this season. They are one of 3 unbeaten teams left in men's college basketball, along with Nebraska, who is number 5, and Miami of Ohio, who is number 24. One other key Big 12 matchup from Saturday moved around the polls a little bit, as Houston fell 4 spots to number 10 after falling to Texas Tech. Texas Tech moves up 1 spot to number 11. The biggest drop came to Purdue, though, as they fall from number 4 to number 12 after falling to Illinois. Iowa State moved up 1 spot to be the number 8 team in the country. K-State basketball is looking for a turnaround battle tonight as they are on the road in Morgantown, West Virginia against the West Virginia Mountaineers. The Wildcats, who are 10-10 on the year and 1-6 in conference play, battles against West Virginia, who is 13-7 on the year and 4-3 in Big 12 play. K-State is off to a 1-6 start in Big 12 play for the 2nd straight year, but when they started off 1-6 last year, they won 8 of their final 13 conference games to finish 9-11 in conference play. And in fact, the team that K-State defeated last year to squander a 6-game losing streak was West Virginia, and that ignited a 6-game win streak. So they'll look for history to repeat itself tonight, as tip-off is scheduled for 7:30 at Hope Coliseum. That's your halftime report. More basketball action is coming up next.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Locally owned and rooted in agriculture, Terra Financial Crop Insurance knows farming. With hands-on experience, they're invested in protecting your fields and future. Call Ryan Buznitz in Mound Ridge and McPherson today. Terra Financial, growing security, one field at a time.
At Hutch CC, I learned way more than what was in the books. Small classes, real support, and friends who feel like family. It gave me the confidence to chase what's next. Your future begins at hutchcc.edu.
Krupp Lumber in Heston has been serving as the Marvin window and door dealer for many years. I'm Jared, and there's a reason why I only put Marvin windows in my parents' home. Marvin windows have thick, extruded, Krynar painted aluminum that will stand up to any hailstorm. At Krupp Lumber in Heston, you will find more Marvin windows and doors on display with French sliding bifold and patio doors. You will be amazed. I invite you to come see for yourself. Krupp Lumber, service is our specialty.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the McPherson Roundhouse. We continue the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. McPherson boys leading 35-26 over El Dorado in this boys basketball matchup here today. Taking a look at the first half stats, McPherson shot 13 of 27 on the floor. El Dorado 9 of 24, but McPherson and El Dorado both with 6 turnovers on the game. Leading scorer for McPherson is Eli Reasoner. He has 16 points and a team high 6 rebounds as well, shooting 7 of 12 on the floor and 2 for 3 at the free throw line. Jet Pyle 15 points, shooting 4 of 7 on the game, 1 for 3 at the three-point line, from behind the three-point line, which was the first shot that he attempted. But McPherson as a team is 1 of 7 from behind the arc. El Dorado is 1 of 8 so far. Will Lechtenberg, the leading scorer for El Dorado, 12 points. He's shooting 5 of 10 on the floor. McPherson winning the rebounding battle 18-15. McPherson with 13 defensive rebounds, El Dorado with 11. McPherson 5 offensive boards, 4 for the El Dorado Wildcats. 2 blocks for McPherson, 1 by Ingles, 1 by Reasoner, 3 steals, 1 by Pyle, Cooper, and Reasoner. El Dorado with 4 steals, 1 each by Lechtenberg, Scheffler, Theron Mays, and Grady Scanlon on the game so far. McPherson with just a 6-point lead at the end of the first half. Second half action is coming up right after this. 9-point lead at the end of one half. It's 35-26 McPherson through one half of play. But again, second half is coming up right after this. This is McPherson High School basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Hey folks, this is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. Farmers, would you like to have your farm and personal insurance handled all by the one agency? At Ag 360 Insurance, we can handle it all with one agent. We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about your insurance needs. Feel free to stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
At Blue Stem Communities, they believe in living well at every stage of life. With trusted locations in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson, they're proud to offer vibrant senior living options from independent living to assisted care and skilled nursing. Each community is grounded in compassion, connection, and a commitment to nonprofit mission. Come and see what living well can be at Blue Stem Communities. Live well with Blue Stem Communities in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse. Second half action begins in just a couple of moments. McPherson 35, El Dorado 26 through one half of play. Coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you in part by Iron Horse Financial, Bethany Village, Advanced Physical Therapy, 37 Print Co., Farmer State Bank, Crop Lumber, Moundridge Tractor, Blue Stem Communities, Health Equip, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, Hutch Regional Med Center, Scooters Coffee, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, Inman Funeral Home, and Headland Electric. I'd like to thank them and all our sponsors for bringing you coverage of Bullpup athletics all season long. McPherson with a 9-point advantage over the Wildcats of El Dorado. The leading scorer for McPherson, Eli Reasoner, with 16 points. Jet Pyle has 15. So that's 31 of the team's 35 points coming from 2 players from McPherson, and then 2 points apiece from Paxton Ingles and Dane Becker. So that's the scoring so far in this game. El Dorado starts off half number 2 with the ball going from right to left. On the drive, high cross-court feed, almost went out of bounds, but a great save into the corner. Now top of the key, Lucero swings near side, Beggs with an up fake, backs down the Reasoner. Cross-court feed on a bounce pass. Scheffler drives, hop steps, top of the key, Lechtenberg. Thought about a 3, thinks twice, steps back far side, shot clock at 10, into the corner. Now a drive inside, tough layup too strong. Rebound, they get their own rebound. Near corner, wide open 3 is good by Peyton White, who did not play a whole lot in the first half because of getting early foul trouble. Right out of the gate in half number 2, he hits a 3-pointer to make it a 6-point game. Ingles on the far side, turns the corner, drives all the way, and hits the layup on the run. 4 points now for Ingles today, and here comes El Dorado, 37-29, McPherson leads. 7 minutes to go in the third. White top of the key, kick near wing to Scheffler. Scheffler tries to split through traffic, ball on the deck, he gets it back, now it's up in the air, tipped and taken by Ingles. Deep home run ball. Up ahead to Pyle. Slows down far wing. Now drives baseline. Kick into the corner. Strathman fires. Open three. Off the heel. McPherson cannot make a three-pointer today. They only attempted and made their first. They're now 1 of 8 today. Rebound El Dorado. Here come the Wildcats down 8. Far side Scheffler, ball above his head. Now he steps up with a dribble against Ingles. Near side Beggs, guarded by Reasoner. Beggs slows down, far side Reasoner is, correction, not Reasoner, Lucero I should say, is called for a travel. Coach Kinman wanted a double dribble on the near side on the ball handler, didn't get one. So McPherson gets it right back. Up ahead, Pyle on the run. They slow down as Pyle just had to get away from White off the entry pass, but Pyle was able to do so. Bounce pass, high paint to Reasoner. Stops, had the ball poked loose, but he finds it again. Cooper near side. Crossover, another, drives to the right, hop step, tough layup, misses, ball tipped. And a foul on Reasoner for going over the back. His second. 37-29. McPherson leads El Dorado. El Dorado with the ball. 5:55 to go in the third. White up the floor. Far side to Lechtenberg on the right wing. Kick to the near side. Catch and shoot. Tough three. Short. Ball tipped. Almost went in, but it's taken by El Dorado, who then loses the ball out of bounds. They say it was tipped. Tipped out of bounds, and it stays with El Dorado. They'll play it in front of their own bench. Scheffler to throw it in. Dangerous pass, tipped and taken by Cooper. Cooper in a 3-on-2, does it himself. Layup good and one. Cole gets his scoring day started with an and one opportunity. And Peyton White picks up his third foul. Team's first of the third quarter. Head coach Drew Culbertson not happy with the call, saying it was inconsistent. Now an and one opportunity. Cooper's free throw is good. 40-29 McPherson. The 11-point lead is their largest today. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Beggs near side to White. Steps up. Euro. Kick near corner. A fake and a drive and a reach-in foul called on Paxton Ingles on the run. That'll be his second, team second as well in this third quarter, and KJ Harrison will come in for him. 5:22 to go in the third. El Dorado to throw it in. Lucero looks deep inbound, and it finds Scheffler right in front of us. Top of the circle, Lechtenberg. Kick to the near side to Beggs. Started by Reasoner. Now kick inside. White wasn't ready for it. Ball is on the ground and taken by Jet Pyle. Up ahead, Reasoner. Hop step, floater, misses, but he got hit. And a foul called, and Eli will shoot two. Foul on Will Lechtenberg, his second, team second of this third quarter. And Reasoner to shoot two. He's 2 for 3 today. A 63% free throw shooter. First free throw on its way, rolls in. 17 points for the freshman as El Dorado will bring Theron Mays back in for Peyton White. While we have a pause in the action, I'd like to thank the Bradbury Company, the Hub, MTC, Gearing Hardware, Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, Apex Shears, and Raleigh Insurance. One more free throw on its way. In and out, that was halfway down, rebounded by El Dorado. 41-29 McPherson, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Scheffler backs down Harrison, turns, kick near side Lucero, open for a three. He hit it. Second three of the game for El Dorado, or third by El Dorado, the second by Lucero. Cooper, high pass, Harrison for three. He answers with a triple. KJ Harrison with his first points of the game. Now on the drive, Lechtenberg floats and misses, but he got fouled. Foul on Cade Strathman, that's his second. Team's third of the third quarter, and 2 free throws for Will Lechtenberg. Looking for his first points in the half, still the team's leading scorer with 12. Official gave him the ball, but Will said he was not ready from his routine. First free throw is good. Dane Becker back in for McPherson. He comes in for Strathman. Again, El Dorado, a team that shoots 56% at the free throw line today. They've done pretty well at the stripe. Second free throw. That one's way short. Graced front iron. Rebounded by McPherson. I just had to jinx it, didn't I? 44-33 McPherson. 4:25 to go in the third. Cooper up the circle. Bounce pass. Reasoner. Backs down, spins left, fades, leans in, gets past the defender and floats it home. 19 points for Eli Reasoner. 46-33 McPherson. 4:08 to go. Reasoner tips the ball out of bounds. It will stay with El Dorado. Coach Kinnaman claps his hands. He was happy with that effort. Grady Scanlon will come in for El Dorado, and so will Jace Peffley. Checking in for Lucero and Beggs for the Wildcats. 29 on the shot clock when they play it in. Dangerous inbound, but a bounce pass top of the key. Now Scanlon far side, hands it off into the corner. Mays, kick near side, Lechtenberg, drives, fades, shoots, misses short, rebound McPherson. Cooper the board, pushes up ahead to Becker, inside, tough layup, misses. Rebounded by El Dorado. Up the floor, Scheffler, Euro, layup rejected, but an offensive foul called on Scheffler. Cole Cooper draws the charge. Who else would do so? Second foul on Scheffler, team's third. Timeout, El Dorado. Coach Kinnaman happy with Cooper drawing the charge. McPherson with a 13-point lead, their largest of the game. We'll keep it here with 3:43 to go in the third quarter, and McPherson up 46-33. Coverage is brought to you by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. We're brought to you by Nextech Wireless. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless. The latest phones and devices at the best prices. Eli Reasoner's been on a tear. Jet Pyle has 15, but he has not scored in this third quarter yet. But how about everyone else starting to put in the work after 31 of the team's 35 first-half points were by Pyle and Reasoner. Reasoner with 3 points in this quarter, then 3 points by Cole Cooper, 3 points by KJ Harrison, and 2 by Paxton Ingalls. A share of the wealth in this third quarter for McPherson, who has the ball on offense. Bounce pass Reasoner, top of the key. Tried to bounce it in, it was deflected, he got it back, and then a reach-in foul called on Lechtenberg. He's not happy with the call, as Pyle also hit the deck on the near side. I think he's trying to claim that he got hit. But foul on Lechtenberg, his third, team's fourth. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. And Lechtenberg will head to the bench. Charlie Beggs will check in. Jet Pyle will throw it in. Fresh shot clock for McPherson. 3:32 to go, third quarter. Deep inbound, Reasoner near side on the elbow. Handoff, Pyle. Top of the key, Harrison, another three. In and out, rebounded by El Dorado. Bags up the floor, far side, crosses, high, cross-court feed into the corner for Scanlon. A three, misses strong, rebound McPherson. Cooper up ahead, Cooper coast to coast. Cooper missed the layup, ball tipped and taken by El Dorado. Becker got a hand on it, but it's taken again by the Wildcats. 3-on-2, bounce pass Scanlon, tried to weave through, missed the shot. Rebound El Dorado though. And Peffley will finally slow the tempo down on the near side. Peffley gets a screen, double team, top of the key, needs help, bounce pass far side to Scheffler. Scheffler tried to chuck it up. I think he wanted to draw a foul, but none was called. And then just kind of threw it up. It's out of bounds and to McPherson. Kate Strathman and Paxton Ingalls will check in. Jet Pyle, Eli Reasoner will head to the bench. 2:42 to go, third quarter. McPherson up 46-33. Theron Mays back in for El Dorado as well. Cooper controls the 10-second line. Across the 10-second line, I should say. Now pass in. Strathman finds Ingalls, a fading three. In and it back in. I thought it was going to roll off. But Paxton Ingalls gets it to go from distance. 49-33 McPherson. Peffley top of the circle on the logo. Near side, Beggs thought about a triple, but backs off. Strathman stares at the ball as Beggs kicks top of the key. Peffley, tough three, way off. Rebounded by McPherson. Good defense at the top of the key. Cooper, deep pass. Becker behind his head. Ingles shoots, misses. That would have been a highlight play. Rebounded by El Dorado. Peffley in front of us, gets a crossover on Cooper, but slows down. 1:50 to go, third quarter. 49-33 McPherson. Beggs, top of the key. Far side. Ingles kind of bit a bit too much on the steal attempt, but then he makes up for it for a block from behind on Scanlon and rebounded by McPherson. Harrison crosses, high pass Becker, has Strathman far corner. Strathman drives baseline and lays it in on the run. Cade's first points of the game. And McPherson up by 18, 51-33, 1:15 to go, third quarter. Near side Beggs, fakes, backs down, far corner, open, three, Mays, good. Theron Mays with his first three of the game, and he's got 8 points for El Dorado. 1 minute to go, third quarter. Harrison almost had it poked loose. Cooper crosses midcourt, far side. 52 seconds to go in the third. 2 clock separated by 30 seconds in this third frame. Cooper drives, stops, shoots, and hits off the window. 5 points all in this quarter for Cole. McPherson back up by 17. 34 seconds to go in the third. Shot clock and game clock separated now by 5 seconds. Lucero with a jab step, drives on Harrison, kick near corner, Scanlon for three, short, rebounded by Cooper from McPherson. Coach Kinnaman says one last shot. One shot left in this quarter, 12 seconds to go, third frame. Cooper drives, tried to float, it's blocked, taken by El Dorado. Strathman tried to get a fingertip on it, up ahead 2 seconds, underhand pass, three-pointer will not count, and that's the end of the third quarter. McPherson with a 17-point lead, 53-36. McPherson outscored El Dorado in that quarter, 18-10. Fourth quarter coming up right after this. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer, from savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services. We want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union, just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3 quarters in the books, 1 to go here at the Roundhouse. McPherson looking to squander their 2-game losing streak. They lead by 17 after 3 quarters, 53-36 the score. Be a part of the tradition at the Roundhouse. The McPherson High School Booster Club presents the conclusion of the McPherson Invitational and the full Mid-America Classic January 29th through 31st. Daily admission is $10. McPherson will have the ball to start off quarter number 4, going from left to right as we view it. Jet Pyle, Cole Cooper, Paxton Ingles, Cade Strathman, Eli Riesener, the 5 on the floor. So the starting 5 for McPherson. Cooper on the near side. Picks it up inside, Riesener, layup good. What a feed on the near side. McPherson up by 19. Riesener with 21 points. Near side, Lucero steps back, launches, deep 3. It goes. Nate Lucero, his third 3 of the game. And that cuts it back into 16, 55-39. Pyle drives, got bumped, shoots, crawls off, but a foul called, and Jet will shoot 2. Jet did not score a single point in the third quarter after scoring 15 in the first half. Foul on Nate Lucero, his second, team's first of this fourth quarter. Pyle at the line for 2. First free throw is good. 7 of 9 on the game. Pyle enters a 69% foul line shooter. One more for Pyle, trying to put McPherson up by 18. He misses. Rebound, Reasoner. Reasoner, ball below his waist. It's fought for. We'll have a tie up. The arrow to El Dorado. Coach Kinnaman tell him keep the ball above the waist, keep it at his chest. And El Dorado will take the ball at the floor. It's 56-39 McPherson, 7:15 remaining in the game. A fight for the ball and a double team. Now high pass on the run. Hop step for White. Steps up, shoots, misses, but a foul called on McPherson. Cade Strathman trying to say that he was just going straight up, or that his hands were straight up, but a foul on Strathman, his third. Team's first of the fourth quarter, and 2 free throws for Peyton White. White is one of the best scorers on this team, but has not had a ton of playing time because of the foul trouble. First free throw missed. He had 2 fouls in the early going in the first quarter, so he sat for the remainder of the first half. Now he's averaging 5 points a game this year, but he was one of the best scorers on last year's team, averaging 10 a game. Second free throw, misses as well. He goes 0 for 2. Rebound, Cole Cooper of McPherson. 7 minutes to go, McPherson up 56-39. Pyle, bounce pass, top of the key, Cooper. Ingles, now to Cooper near side. High pass, Reasoner in the low post, spins left. Lefty hook is good. His 9th made basket of the game. He's got 23 points today. Ball tipped by Jet, but retained by Lucero. Turns the corner, hops, shoots, blocked by Pyle. Offensive rebound, blocked by Reasoner and out of bounds. 2 blocks on that possession by McPherson. It'll stay with El Dorado with 6:38 to go and 23 on the timer. But McPherson with a good defensive stand. They lead 58-39. Deep inbound near side. It'll find Scheffler. Now top of the key, Lechtenberg. Stops near elbow. Finds Scheffler. Crossover. Drives. Right-hand layup good. And timeout. Or is there? Delay of game warning, I think, called on El Dorado, actually. So, yep, delay of game warning is called on. It was called on Nate Lucero, which right now basically means nothing. It just means if he gets another one, he gets a tech, but rarely do you see that happen. 58-41 McPherson. McPherson with the ball. They got pass pressure. Cooper, high pass to Pyle near side. 6:20 remaining. Harrison, near side Pyle. Pyle, baseline, extra dribble under the basket. Kick in, Reasoner fakes. Tough shot, missed, but arm contact and a foul called. And Eli Reasoner will shoot 2. Foul called on Charlie Beggs, his first team second, and Eli back to the stripe. He's 3 for 5 today. Went 1 for 2 in his last trip. .610 left. Reasoner's first free throw, good. 24 points for Reasoner. His season high, which is also a career high because he's a freshman, is 28. Timeout McPherson. We'll take one with him before Reasoner shoots his second free throw. It's 59-41 McPherson as we speak with 6:10 remaining. We're back at 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
At Health Equip, we are committed to bringing comfort to you and your home. That's why we specialize in health and mobility products designed to keep you feeling your best and living with ease. From CPAPs and BiPAPs to oxygen services and respiratory supplies, our full line of equipment is backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to help find the right fit. Right now, enjoy 20% off our power mobility products and lift chairs. Find us at healthequip.com or visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, and McPherson. Health Equip, comfort, care, and a better way to live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
59-41 McPherson. 6:10 remaining here at the Roundhouse. McPherson facing El Dorado in a cross-divisional matchup. Up next, they'll finish off the McPherson Invitational on Thursday at 1:30 in the 7th place game against Lawrence Free State. But McPherson on a 2-game losing streak right now, wanting to squander that and get some momentum their way before Thursday afternoon's contest. Eli Reasoner with one more free throw. As coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you in part by McPherson Dental Care, Pile Law, Tallgrass Turf Solutions, McPherson Center for Health, McPherson Laundry, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, and Pools Plus. Second free throw good as well for Eli Reasoner. He's got 25 points today to lead the Bullpups. 60-41 McPherson, 6:05 remaining. White weaves through traffic, behind the back, getting past Cooper. Now pass deflected and taken away. Harrison up ahead to Pyle. One-on-one. Pyle got bumped on the run. Foul called, but it's on the floor, so no shot, but McPherson will play it in. Foul on Peyton White, that's his fourth. Team's third of this fourth quarter. And now Coach Culbertson for El Dorado wants a timeout, and it will be another full timeout, so we'll take one with him as well. We'll take another 30-second break from the Roundhouse. 5:57 to go fourth quarter. McPherson 60, rather. El Dorado 41. Back in 30 seconds, this is Bullpup basketball on KMCP.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want you to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for the trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor, like me, works with you to build personalized strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Aaron Mayfield. Call me at 620-241-4484. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
60-41 McPherson, 5:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. McPherson facing El Dorado. El Dorado called a timeout. McPherson with 3 timeouts left. El Dorado with 2. And now McPherson will have it under the baseline, under their own basket. On the baseline, under their own basket as well. Cooper to throw it in. Looks, still looks, got to give it up. Does to Reasoner, inside, fakes the other way now. Harrison, kick it to the corner. Strathman, he wants a 3. In and out. Cooper had a fingertip on it, but tipped out of bounds off El Dorado, and it will stay with McPherson. McPherson will get it back. 5:48 to go fourth quarter now with a fresh 35. Strathman off the feed from Reasoner. Far side to Pyle. Pyle on the drive all the way. Held up. Surprised not a jump ball. Now ball on the deck as Reasoner had it, but taken away by El Dorado. A lot of bodies on the floor. Wildcats come down with it. On the drive, Lucero scores off the window. 13 points for Nate Lucero. 60-43 McPherson. Pyle, top of the key. Thought about a 3, but backs off. 5:20 left. Pyle, near side. Back to the top of the circle. Gets a screen and bumped on the top of the key by Lechtenberg. That's Lechtenberg's 4th foul. Team's 4th. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. 5:13 left as Dane Becker will check in. He'll check in for KJ Harrison. Also Grady Scanlon back in for El Dorado, but he comes in for Charlie Beggs. 5:13 left. Fresh shot clock for McPherson. Cooper plays it into Pyle. Between the rings. On the drive, Pyle gets bumped, leans in, scoops in, scores somehow. Jet Pyle got it to go. 62-43 McPherson. They're up by 19. 5 minutes to go. Scanlon, far side, now between the circles is Scheffler. Handoff Lechtenberg. Now Lucero steps into a pull-up 2. In and out. Rebound tipped about. A lot of contact and a foul on El Dorado. And that foul will put Dane Becker to the free throw line. Foul called on whom? It's on Theron Mays, his second, but again, 15 foul. McPherson in the bonus. Dane Becker at the line for 2. Now, Becker's only 1 for 5 at the stripe this year. He's seen as a decent shooter. A lot more known for his effort. He hits the first free throw, though. Now 2 for 6 on the year, as Jace Peffley will come in for Will Lechtenberg. 4:44 to go. McPherson up by 20. Also, Paxton Ingalls in for Cade Strathman. One more free throw for Dane on its way. Misses, rebounded by El Dorado. Up ahead of the floor, Scanlon. Far side, steps into a three. Misses strong, rebound Becker for McPherson. Now Cooper will control the point. Crosses midcourt, Cooper all the way, stops, shoots, a lot of contact. It's blocked, no foul, rebound El Dorado. Even Mays knew he got away with that one as he was smiling on the other end. Ball out of bounds, tipped off of McPherson. It will stay with El Dorado. Mays had a smile on his face, though. I think he knew that he may have gotten away with a foul. Scanlon to throw it in. High inbound, top of the key, finds Peffley. Steps into a triple. Misses short. Rebounded by Jet Pyle. Up ahead to Ingles. Ingles stops at the baseline. Needs help, finds it with Pyle. Pyle, far side, bounce pass intended for Becker, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with McPherson. 4:03 left, McPherson up 63-43. McPherson will throw it in on the baseline to the near side, 24 on the shot clock when they do. Bounce pass into Reasoner, spins left, fades, shoots, crawls off, rebound El Dorado. Scanlon stops. Now Scheffler steps up, drives all the way, high layup, too strong, rebound McPherson. Cooper the board. Up ahead, Ingles stops, floats, too high, rebound El Dorado. And we'll have a foul called on Cooper near midcourt. That's his third, team's second of this fourth quarter with 3:41 remaining. Still a 20-point McPherson lead, 63-43, as Will Lechtenberg will check in for Grady Scanlon. El Dorado will roll the ball up the floor and pick it up on the Bullpup logo to start the clock. Peffley, right-handed dribble on the right wing, gets a screen top of the key. High pass deflected out of bounds off of McPherson. Coach Kinnaman is saying that should be McPherson's ball. As KJ Harrison checks back in for Cole Cooper. And El Dorado will throw it in. Deep inbound, far side. Almost stepped on the midcourt stripe, Scheffler, but he backed off. Lucero, deep three, misses. Ball tipped out of bounds. That one will go to McPherson. El Dorado will bring Peyton White back in. White does have 4 fouls. Bear that in mind. He'll come in for Will Lechtenberg. Pyle will control the point, 3:20 left. McPherson still up by 20, 63-43 the score. Becker far wing, bounce past Reasoner at the free throw line. Reasoner jabs, stops, leans in, shoots, misses, tip follow misses. And we have a foul on McPherson, on Reasoner, I think. It is on Reasoner, his third, team's third. Lechtenberg right back in for El Dorado. So is Charlie Beggs. And now Carter Melton will check in for the first time for McPherson. He'll come in for Paxton Ingles. (63-43) McPherson, 3:05 to go. Lechtenberg drives, splits through, lefty layup is good. 15 points for Will Lechtenberg. 3 shy of a season high. Pyle, crossover. Drives, bounce pass, Harrison fakes. Now into Reasoner, low post, kick out. Pyle wide open, dials up a 3 and connects, plus the foul. A chance at a 4-point play. The second time he's been fouled on a 3-pointer today. Theron Mays picks up his 3rd foul. And 1 free throw coming up for Jet Pyle. And the students ready for a possible magic number on the scoreboard. Free throw good. And there it is, point number 67 for McPherson as the free throw went in for Jet Pyle. 67-45, McPherson, 2:40 left. Jet Pyle, Eli Reasoner check out as Paxton Ingles and Crew Buckman check back in. Their days may be done as Ingles gets a fingertip on it. A dive for the ball. Melton forces a tie-up. The arrow to McPherson. Carter Melton with a terrific job. 2:34 to go. McPherson up by 22, their largest lead today. El Dorado will bring Daniel Bolin back in. He'll come in for Theron Mays. KJ Harrison will control the point for McPherson with 2.5 minutes left. Harrison drives, splits through, just chucks up a shot, misses. Tipped, Ingles' tip follow is good. And a Wildcat is slow in getting up. I think that's Lechtenberg. And yeah, Lechtenberg he's down and he's hurt, so the training staff will check on him. With 2:21 left, McPherson's up 69-45. Now the officials will tell the players to go to their benches, but Lechtenberg will get help up. And he'll walk off the floor, and he'll nod to the officials, tell him he's okay. So El Dorado will bring the ball back in play. That basket by Paxton Ingles gives him 9 points. That ties a career high. And then, right as I say that, he's called for a bump foul. Team's fourth, Paxton's third today. 2:15 to go, fourth quarter. McPherson up 69-45. El Dorado will bring Theron Mays back in. He'll check in for Jackson Scheffler, and now we'll have a timeout called by El Dorado. 2:15 to go. McPherson up by 24. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But McPherson, barring a miracle comeback, will squander the 2-game losing streak and improve to 7-7 on the year. Coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you by Mid-Kansas Credit Union, Bullseye Irrigation, the Pooh Squad, Terra Financial Crop Insurance, The Good Merchant, So Swedish, Wave Tech Roofing, and Central Christian College. I'd like to thank them and all of our sponsors for bringing you coverage of Bullpup basketball all season long. Let's take a look around the McPherson Dental Care scoreboard. Andale handles Augusta 56-35 on the road. McPherson plays Andale next Friday on the road. Smoky Valley boys up over Trinity Catholic 50-43 at the end of the third quarter. So those are a couple of scoreboard updates we have. Those are brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Deep inbound intended for Lechtenberg, tipped and stolen away. Harrison got a fingertip on it. Now Buckman tries to weave through, and a foul will be called on El Dorado. So Crew Buckman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul on Nate Lucero, his third. And Crew Buckman will go to the line for the first time this season. He scored 6 points all year on 2 made baskets, both of them 3-pointers. He has not been to the stripe at the varsity level yet this year. First free throw for Buckman on its way is good. So now you could say Buckman has the best free throw percentage on the team because he's 100%. Can he keep that up? Second free throw. He does. Rattles that one home. 71-45 McPherson, 2:09 remaining. They'll roll it up the floor, picked up far side. Now into the wing. Mays for 3, misses strong. White skies for the offensive rebound. El Dorado keeps. Top of the key, tipped by Harrison. He'll track it down for the steal. 2-on-2. Harrison takes it. Layup missed, but a foul called. And KJ Harrison will shoot 2. Fourth foul called on Theron Mays, and Harrison at the line for 2, 8 of 10 this year. His first foul shot in and out. And now McPherson will start to empty the bench as Rogan Jones and Trip Pelzel will head to the scorer's table. One more free throw on its way. Harrison scores. He goes 1 for 2. Harrison with 4 points. And Pelzel will come in for him. 72-45 McPherson. The 72 points ties a season high for the Bullpups. El Dorado up the floor, top of the key, White to the near side, back to White. Bounce pass, still they work around the perimeter with 100 seconds left. Near side, Lucero, 3 off the back rim. Long rebound, a race for the ball, and won by El Dorado. They get the rebound. Pass inside, layup is good by Scheffler. 72-47 McPherson. 1:25 remaining. Now El Dorado will start to empty the bench. Pelzel near side, Becker. Thought about a long shot, now kick inside. Jones missed the layup, rebounded by El Dorado. Bounce pass on the other end. On the drive, hop, step, floater, too strong for Lucero. Rebound Becker. And then Becker gets fouled. Foul on White, that's his 5th. He's out of the game. And Dane Becker will go to the free throw line again. But it was going to be a full platoon swap for El Dorado either way, because they'll bring in Cameron Smith, Daniel Bolin, Kingston Klein, Noah Heilman, and Zakiah Kern. While McPherson will bring in, they'll have 3 at the scorers table, which we'll talk about in a moment. First free throw for Becker, in and out. Drake Timpson checks in. So does Jackson Hoover. And Caleb Postier's at the scorers table. Second free throw, misses short. Rebound, tip, McPherson has it. Jones shoots, misses, but a foul called. And Rogan Jones will shoot 2. .104 remaining. Rogan Jones will shoot 2, 72-47. McPherson leads as Jones got fouled. First free throw, in and out. He's looking for his first point of the year. And Caleb Postier will check in. One more for Jones, though. On its way, and short. Long rebound, tip, Timpson, or rather Hoover came down with it. So McPherson still with it with 1 minute remaining. Pelzel drives, handoff, Timpson. Hoover on the near side. Hoover steps up into the corner, Pelzel. Pelzel drives, high pass into the corner, Timpson. Plenty of time, 15 on the timer. Pelzel almost lost it, but collects near midcourt. Shot clock down to 8. Pelzel drives all the way. Layup is good. Second basket made this year, 74-47 on the drive. Hook shot is good by Klein. But McPherson will dribble out the clock. Coach Kinnaman saying to move the ball, but McPherson will run this one out. After a bit of an early scare going back and forth, McPherson will run away to win by 25. The buzzer will sound, and the final score, McPherson 74, El Dorado 49. The Bullpup Locker Room show is coming up next. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup Basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Show your Bullpup pride with apparel from Art Shirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Is hospice care right for you or your loved one? Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help guide you through those difficult decisions, offering guidance and support, whether it be at home, in a care facility, or in the comfortable surroundings of Hospice House. We are your friends and neighbors, caring about our community and the people who live here. That's why you can depend on us for compassion and support at the end of life. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Living the sweet life at So Swedish in Lindsborg. Explore Swedish candies you won't find anywhere else. Plus all the classic favorites you love. Bring the kids or just the kid in you. Living the sweet life at So Swedish, downtown Lindsborg.
McPherson Center for Health just earned a 5-star rating. One of only 8 hospitals in Kansas and the only one within 60 miles to achieve it. Great care doesn't have to come from a big city. It's right here thanks to the incredible people who serve you every day.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchinson Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchinson Regional.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Welcome back to the Roundhouse. McPherson wins 74-49 here today as the Bullpup boys improve to 7-7 on the year. El Dorado falls to 3-10 overall this season. McPherson as a team shot 26 of 54 for 48%. 4 for 13 from deep, that's 31%, but 18 of 29 at the free throw line, 62%. El Dorado finished 18 of 52 shooting, 35%, 24% from distance. They were 5 of 21, and then 53% at the free throw line. They were 8 for 15. Both teams tied with the same amount of rebounds. El Dorado had more offensive boards, 12 to 10. McPherson had more defensive boards, 26 to 24. But McPherson was led by Eli Reasoner, 25 points, 8 rebounds for the freshman, shooting 10 of 17 on the floor, 5 of 7 at the charity stripe. 22 points for Jet Pyle. He shot 6 of 9 on the floor, 2 for 4 from deep, 8 of 11 from the free throw line. He also finished with 3 assists. Cole Cooper had a team-high 4 assists. He finished with 5 points. Paxton Ingalls had 9 points, which tied a career high. 4 points for KJ Harrison, 3 for Dane Becker, and 2 apiece from Cade Strathman, Trip Pelzel, and Crew Buckman. For El Dorado, their leading scorer was Will Lechtenberg, 15 points and 4 rebounds for him, 10 points for Nate Lucero, 7 points and a team-high 9 rebounds for Jackson Scheffler, 6 points for Peyton White, and 2 points for Kingston Klein, and 1 point for Charlie Baggs. That rounded out the 46 points for El Dorado. The 74 points for McPherson is the 49 points for El Dorado. The 74 points for McPherson is a new season high for the Bullpups as they were able to turn it around and give themselves a win here today. They forced 16 turnovers. They themselves had 8, but that meant they only had 2 in the second half. Let's go ahead and give you the Hub Brick Oven play of the game. There were quite a few tough ones. I think one of the biggest ones, though, was the charge that was taken by Cole Cooper because of how big of a situation that was. But we'll also give a tip of the cap to the 4-point play by Jet Pyle as well. So those will be the Hub Brick Oven plays of the game, featuring the world-famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at the Hub, located at 100 South Christian in Mound Ridge. We'll give Eli Reasoner, the People's Bacon Trust player of the game, 25 points and 8 rebounds for the freshman. The dude was on it today, so he will be the People's Bacon Trust player of the game. People's Bacon Trust, community baking at its best with 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. When we return, we'll hear the thoughts from the legendary head coach, Kurt Kinnaman. That's coming up next in the Bullpup Locker Room Show. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
More of the Bullpup Locker Room Show is next. Listen all season for McPherson Bullpups basketball on Ad Astra Radio. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Hey Bullpup fans, want to make a real difference in McPherson? Join the Bullpup Booster Club today. The Bullpup Booster Club proudly supports all student programs and activities, helping our teams, clubs, and organizations succeed. Your membership helps fund uniforms, equipment, and so much more for our students. By supporting the Booster Club, you're backing all of the Bullpups. Visit bullpupbooster.com to join today. Together, we're stronger. Go Bullpups!
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 S&L P&C Group direct written premium.
Hey there, I'm James Dunlap from Farmers Alliance. Just like a winning sports team huddles up before the big game, we know that having a solid game plan in place ahead of time is key. At Farmers Alliance, we've got your back when it comes to protecting your loved ones before the unexpected strikes. Don't wait for a crisis to hit. Chat with your friendly, independent insurance agent today, whether you need to draft a plan from scratch or level up your existing one. Our Farmers Alliance team is here to prepare you for life's curveballs. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with your Farmers Alliance agent now.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Welcome for the final time to the Roundhouse here today as McPherson defeats El Dorado 74-49 to move back to 500 on the year. They are 7-7 on the year, putting an end to a two-game win streak. Joining us now on the two-game losing streak. My apologies. Yeah, Coach Kinnaman corrected me right there, but McPherson able to pull that one away, and McPherson's head coach Kirk Kinnaman joins us on the headset now. It was a bit back and forth early. You guys were able to pull away, especially with a strong second quarter and then a second half as well. And 74 points is a new season high.
Well, it's good. I can't hear myself.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me turn that up for you.
Can't tell whether I'm talking or not. Now I can hear myself. Yeah, did a good job offensively. It's nice to be able to, run some of the things that we run and be able to get easy baskets out of it. And I thought we did a good job with that. Jet and Eli obviously carrying us scoring-wise, and we need to kind of develop a third scorer. Pack's getting 9 tonight is good. Certainly in a game like that where it was an up and down game, especially, be nice to have had Ashton, but he is really sick, like influenza A or whatever, and so bad that they had to take him back again today, and thought maybe he had something even worse, but I'll be surprised if we have him on Thursday for Free State, and that Free State's a whole different beast than these guys. They got the Barrett kid, who's a really good guard, and we'll have to do a good job on him. And it's just, you keep thinking you get better when you play these bigger schools, and hopefully we are. Hopefully, some of the hard knocks we're taking are showing us some things. Thing I was most happy with tonight is we have done, the previous two games we did such a poor job simply running back. It's not that hard to get yourself in gear and get your tail back, and I thought, they played a pretty good tempo, but I thought, only one time I remember we didn't get back, but against good teams, you got to get back and get your defense set. And we've done the last two games a very poor job of that. So, and I thought our talk was outstanding tonight. It's easier to know who the heck you're guarding if you'll open your mouth. And I told them, out of all the guys that I have had that have been Mr. Basketball in the state, you think back to every one of them, and they have been extremely good talkers. And being able to open your mouth is a no-talent skill. You don't have to be big. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be strong. You just have to have a strong voice. And, normally Ashton's our best strong voice, so I challenged some of the rest of the guys to step up, and I thought they did a nice job of communicating. And it sounds dumb to run down the floor every single time and say, this is mine, I got my guy, whatever. But if you ever listen to like we go to a lot of KU practices, if you ever listen to them talk, it's just constant chatter, and talking keeps you engaged. And not talking, I was honest with them. I said, if you're not talking, you're just being selfish because you're not doing everything that you can to help our team win. And, that's something that I want to see us continue to be better at, because if you hear your teammate talking behind you, you know where to be defensively. So I thought we were a lot better at that tonight, but it's something that it has to become second nature for us. And it's not quite there. But offensively, I thought we were pretty good. Shot a pretty good percentage. Not a great percentage from the line, but, and played a lot more guys tonight, and everybody did a nice job. And, throw Ashton hopefully back in there. I'm hoping for Thursday, but I'm not counting on that at all. So Ash, get to bed. and we had a couple other guys that are sick, and studies will show you the number one way to recover and to not get sick is to go to bed. Mm-hmm. So if you're hanging out with your girlfriend from now till 11 o'clock, you're not doing everything that you can do to help us be better. So
even then, his girlfriend's on the girls basketball team, so she's got to stay healthy.
Oh, I'm not talking about Ash.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm talking about them in general. Right. Whether it's with your girlfriend or you're up late playing video games or whatever, get your butt in bed. I can be addicted to watching Homeland, okay? Because, I'm old and I don't need as much sleep. So I'll let you get out of here. You're young. You need your sleep. 1:30 on Thursday. Weird time.
Hey, we got through the 11:30 one though.
Well, that's true. That's true. Decent crowd tonight for a men's only, and surely one price of admission will get you in all day on Thursday. You can watch all the girls' games, watch our game first, and then come back and watch our girls. Mm-hmm. So, thanks, Lane. Appreciate you, and mic drop, baby.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. That's head coach Kurt Kinnaman on the mic. That's it for us today as the Bullpup boys defeat El Dorado 74-49. You heard Coach talk about it. Thursday, 1:30, McPherson will host Lawrence Free State to close off the McPherson Invitational for them. And then it's the Mid-America Classic Thursday through Saturday for the McPherson High School girls. Special thanks to Sherry Bruce in the studio for helping out all here today, and to live stream coordinator Jeremy Snap for helping out as well. This is Lane Gillespie. Thank you so much for tuning in, spending your Tuesday with us. We'll see you once again Thursday afternoon. This has been a presentation of McPherson High School basketball on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle, and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball, 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. For more Bullpup coverage, find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. It's basketball season, and that means the McPherson Bullpups are on 98.9 and 1540